My dear friends, pastors, and gods, a very good evening to you all. Mahavatar TV warmly welcomes you to the 21 days free holistic wellness program, batch 19, day 3. So, before commencing session, I'd like to say pranam to you all, to our Guruji Ranganath Master Sir, Grandmaster Maharshi Patriji, to our Great Grandmaster Mahasat Paudji, and to all the great grandmasters and to the universe.
Right.
So, masters, let's do Anapanasati meditation for the first 30 minutes, and there will be a class following regarding negative ions for our well-being. So you all know Anapanasati meditation is powerful Buddhist technique that we are doing for the past 2 days. Ana is in breath, Apana is out breath, Sati means to be with the breath. So if you are wearing any glasses or spectacles, please remove them. Make a calm environment around you. Drink a glass of water before you start meditating. So keep another glass of water beside you so that you can have after the session. So darken your room, darken the lights in your room, create a peaceful atmosphere around you. So you should sit in a sukhasana. If you are not able to sit on the floor, you can sit on a chair, but your legs should be crossed like this. Your legs should be crossed like this. Your back should be straight above the waist. It should be straight above the waist, and it's in a relaxed position. So keep your hands clasped like this, interlocking the fingers of one hand to the other. Just place them, rest them on your thighs. Right? Close your eyes. Gently close your eyes. Don't allow any distractions. Just breathe. Inhale. Exhale. So be present with the breath. Don't try to control the breath. Just focus on observing breath. Observe the rhythm, natural rhythm of the breath. So don't try to control the breath. Just observe the rhythm of the breath. So you may get thoughts, you may get feelings, you may get sensations. Just ignore them. Come back, come back, come back. Just observe the breath. Be patient to yourself. So your mind may distract again and again. Just focus on the breath. I'll play music. It helps you focus and relax.
Right. 2 minutes, huh? 2 minutes.
Yes.
Okay, masters. Namaste to all. Yes. As Lokesh instructed you, guided you, go into the meditation now. Anapanasati meditation. Let's go into the deep meditation. Just with a mere observation of the natural, simple, tender, synchronous breath. Free flow of breath. Just go and observe. There is no control over your breath, natural breath. It has to be go inside, coming outside. You have to be with that. Let's maintain the natural flow of breath. There won't be any kumbhaka, rechaka, puraka. Go on up to the breath. We close the eyes and now we focus upon our own breath, which is going inside, deep inside. Just go and observe it. Where and all it goes, right? The breath goes inside. It goes through the every cell of the body. It has to, for which your focus must be there on yourself. If you are somewhere else, if you are keep getting thoughts, whatever the breath you take, it becomes a shallow breath. It won't be a deep breathing. When it becomes a deep breathing, only when you focus upon yourself. Unless you focus upon yourself, breath cannot be the deep breath, it will be only a shallow breath. Shallow breath will not give you any kind of the health. When we will get the health? When deeply taken. The breath has to go slowly, go inside, go to the, like nabi. It's called solar plexus, Manipura chakra. It has to go that extent. Then slowly it has to go. Slowly go inside, it will go outside. If it happens properly. That's why we are doing this meditation in order to make ourselves empty of the thoughts. If there are thoughts, depends upon your thought, the breath comes in very fast, goes very fast. There's no question of the deep breathing. If there's no deep breathing, all the cells in the body will not get the proper amount of prana vayu, prana shakti. That is where we tend to become ill. That's why let's focus on the breath. Just be with yourself. Be with your own breath. Let all the distracted thoughts, let's go away. It all will vacate. One by one, it will disappear. Because you're not following it. You are following the breath now. Instead of following the thought, if you follow the thought will go on increase, multiply. As you follow the thought, if you follow the breath goes in inner and inner and inner. As deep as possible it goes. That is where you enter in yourself. You enter into the deepest and emptiness state, which is the higher conscious state. Sunya sthiti. Now, we will play the music that will help you to go much deeper inside yourself, to make the lot of emptiness within you. We are empty, that's all. Always we are empty. We are nothing but energy. We are not this flesh and body, bones, blood. No. This looks like there's a body, there's organs, everything. But internally, we are just energy ball. We are merely energy ball. Hence, you correct the energy, your problem will disappear. You increase the energy, your problem will vanish. Close your eyes. Remove spectacles. Now go on, observe the breath, listen to the music. Until we say okay, you have to continue the music. Last 30 seconds. Be with your breath. Do not open the eyes, please. Don't open the eyes. Be with your breath. Keep on up to the breath. Go on up to the breath. Last 30 seconds, my dear friends. Last 10 seconds. 10 more seconds. Last 5 seconds. Be with your breath. Do not open the eyes suddenly. Until we say okay, don't open the eyes. Be with your natural breath. Last 5 seconds. One, two, three, 4, 5. Take your both hands, keep on your eyes. Your both palms must be kept on your eyes for 5 seconds, 5 more seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now take your hands away from your eyes slowly. Keep looking at your eyes, both. Keep looking at your palms. Open your eyes and take your hands away. Then come to the normal condition. Right? Switch on your videos. Switch on your videos and sit comfortably. Right. All of you, switch on the videos, please. Yes, everyone, switch on the videos. While listening, switch on the videos. Any doubts you can ask. Right? While listening the topic, you must switch on the videos always. Yes. Okay, friends. Now we have done wonderful meditation. Let's claps for this meditation. Today we have done wonderful meditation. Let's all claps. I don't know who is clapping behind. I don't know. I could not see anybody here. Isn't it? Who is clapping, who is not clapping also, I'm not sure. Okay. So always when you come to the class, right, what you need to do? You need to see the master who is teaching, right? You need to open your video and sit with a lot of attention. It's very, very important, friends. See the Sailaja madam, Gauri madam, all these masters here. And yes, thanks to Pajapanji, you got little accident also, he came, see what kind of interest is. Yes, Pajapanji, how are you feeling?
Pain is there, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, my relative doctor advised me to go to Mayotte, Madras. I requested the ortho specialist, sir, I don't want operation. I am a heart patient, BP, sugar. At last, he got convinced and asked me to take rest for 6 weeks. Put a collar like this, and tomorrow another collar. Tomorrow evening at 5:30.
Be careful when you're
Yes,
traveling outside. You
head
have to
and
be.
head and leg only scratches. Minus. Actually, I worried of head and head, but nothing harm in that.
Right.
Only the collar bone has multiple
Yes.
swelling is there.
So now you paid some karma back. That's all. You have paid whatever the karma, negative karma was there with you paid back. Because through the suffering only we can pay. Isn't it? Or through the seva also we can pay. By doing lot of seva also we can pay. Both the ways are there. But now nature has made you to pay some karma back. Okay, don't worry. Never feel guilty or never feel lowering down. Always feel that okay, I cleared my karma. Let me move on. That's all.
Yes, sir.
That's how you have to feel. Always keep your energy flowing upwards. Right?
Yes, sir.
Let it not go downwards.
Yes, sir.
That is one thing. And if you have like habit of taking mutra, it will heal faster. All the wounds, any wounds, you have to neatly massage with the swamutra. We have to neatly massage all the wounds. Okay, then it will heal very fast.
Yes, sir.
That's the power
Yes,
of
sir.
mutra. Okay, you try.
Yes, sir.
Try your best. Okay.
Yes. Sure,
Yes.
sir. Thanks, sir.
Okay, friends. So today our topic is the role of negative ions in our life. Okay. Anybody knows about negative ions here in this forum? Negative ion. Anybody has heard about it? If anybody have heard, you can raise your hand. What is negative ion? Yes. Yeah. Shailaja Deshmukh. Yeah. Tell me. Yeah.
Never heard, sir. I don't know about it.
Oh, you know, heard about it. Okay. Right. Okay. Fine. Here, if somebody knows, you can message also. If you are not able to talk also, just message. Who knows about negative ions? Nobody. Right. Okay. Fine. So, my dear friends, my dear gods, my dear masters, the negative ions in our life, they are very prominent, very, very important in order to have the best health with us. We want to be healthy all the time, isn't it? What is important for the health? Always remember one thing. In your physical body, if there are good number of electrons, you always understand what is positive ion, what is negative ion. First of all, what is ion? If you try to understand that, then you will get some more clarity. So let's start from the basic. So this will go for at least in this month itself. I think 3 classes will be there, which I'll be taking slowly. I'll increase it. I'll try to give all the concepts. Okay. Today the basics will be there. The ion, right? What is ion? First of all, in this universe, the physical universe is constructed with the help of all the molecules. Anything you take, water, earth, soil, any panchabhutas, everywhere, air, everything, right? All the panchabhutas, they're all constructed, they're all built using molecules, their own molecules. For example, water. Water is a liquid substance, which is also constructed with the help of water molecules. What is the water molecule? Water molecule is H2O. H2O is the water molecule. In H2O, how many hydrogen atoms are there? 2. Oxygen atom, 1. It means molecule is again constructed, water is constructed with a many number of molecules, water molecules. Each water molecule again contains its own the combination of atoms. Hydrogen 2 atoms, oxygen 1 atom. What is there inside the atom? Inside the atom, if you go inside, if you dissect, you find a nucleus. Within the nucleus, you have neutrons and protons. Neutrons has got neutral charge. The protons have got the positive charge. Around the proton, there are orbits. In the orbits, electrons are rotating. Electrons have got negative charge. That means when the negative charge and positive charge, that is a number of electrons, number of protons, if they are equal in number, that atom is stable. Remember this. Any element for that matter. If this number of electrons equal to number of protons, it is stable. By any means. First of all, let's always keep in our mind, in the center means that is nucleus. Within the nucleus, the protons and neutrons will never displace, will never go out. If they, by any chance, if they go out, the entire atom will collapse, the entire molecule will collapse, the entire universe also will collapse. That is going to be a destruction. There is going to be the great destruction if at all nucleus is opened, right? Isn't it? Generally, you heard about nuclear power, nuclear reactor, and all this stuff. They all work with the nucleus power. which is very, very dangerous, very sensitive. It's a highly sensitive. So that's why nobody will touch the nucleus. What all we touch, what all we play with is only electrons. Okay, let me tell you again. The mass of the electron is equal to 1800 times lesser than the proton. The proton mass is equal to 1800 times more than the 1800 times of the each electron. That is the mass of the proton. The mass of the proton is always greater than the mass of the electron. So that means the electron is lighter in mass, lighter in weight. So anytime it may fly up, anytime it may come in, isn't it? So there are many orbits in a particular atom. There are given atom, number of orbits are there. In that, for example, in the last orbit, whatever the electrons are there, they keep going out, they keep coming inside. For example, the electron goes out, the amount of positive, that is protons will be higher and electron becomes lower. That particular atom is called positive ion, isn't it? So in a given atom, by any chance, the last orbit, one electron goes out. Let's say there are 20 electrons and 20 protons. If one electron goes out, now that particular atom becomes positive, that is positive ion. In any case, from external means, from because of environment or whatever, right? The excessive electrons are available in the atmosphere. Those electrons may enter into a particular atom. Already 20 electrons are there. One electron came from outside and entered into this the last orbit. Then it becomes 21 electrons and 20 protons. That becomes a negative ion because negative is more. Negative charge is more. So this is the concept of negative and positive ions. Hope you understand this, right? So keep in your mind what is a negative ion, what is positive ion. Now, so it means when there are more negative ions in a given system, in the atmosphere, in the water, in the within our body, within our blood, wherever. If there are more negative ions, what is the meaning of it? The meaning is we have more number of electrons. Simple. More negative ions is equal to more number of electrons. More number of electrons is equal to more amount of current flow within your body. Isn't it? The current flow will be higher within your body. So that way also we must understand. Okay. So the other, we'll go to the other point. So if there is a presence of more negative ions, what is the importance of presence of negative ions within our body? First of all, as I told you, we wanted higher amount of electricity to flow from the brain to till the last toe. So it keeps, it keeps flowing. If there is a proper amount of electricity, your brain will work, all the cells will work, every cell will have, good amount of energy. All the cells will work perfectly in synchronization. Then every organ of your system, every organ of your body works 100% in a perfect manner, healthy manner. Then there won't be a question of illness within your body. This is one of the fundamental thing you need to remember. So that is why always we must search for the resources to get more and more and more negative electrons into our system. There are 10 number of ways which I'm going to explain in the 3 to 4 classes, class by class by class. You learn 10 to 12 methods of getting more number of negative ions into our system. And let me go a little deeper inside again. So when there are negative ions in our system, what exactly happens? Let me tell you, there is an experiment done by United Soviet Russia, Soviet Socialist Russia, USSR. In the USSR, they have done a good experiment. One doctor, right? What did he do is he kept all these rabbits, small animals, rabbits, rats, all these animals. He kept locked within the one chamber where he has provided good amount of oxygen. Oxygen is there. He has provided very much good amount of oxygen, but there are no negative ions in that air. Okay. Then what happened is after a few days, 2 to 3 weeks, he observed all are dead. Okay, all are dead. What is the reason? He explored. What did he find finally is, right? though the air has got a lot of amount of oxygen, but there are no negative ions, right? If there are no negative ions, what happens? There is a very the great the great important thing which we also need to understand as a human being. It is similar thing is applicable to us also, right? In the air, we breathe a lot of oxygen, lot of from the air. First of all, in the air now, oxygen is also less. There are a lot of other gases, right? The carbon dioxide, like the gases which are produced by factories, vehicles, and a lot of kind of chemicals comes out of many of the other resources, because around us what you find, plastic you find, uh, so you use a lot of plastic, right? We use rampantly. In fact, that plastic also keep generating some kind of the chemical gases, or you can say chemical particles inside into the air, keep sending like that. So the plastic is there around us, a lot of pollution is there around us. So when you see all this, what happened in our air also, in fact, the oxygen is also less. All other different particles. You can also say dust also. Dust means dust comes from the buildings, many other things around us. Many the other sources are there, and also the so-called pollen. Pollen means like it comes from the trees, and that which will be coming out of the flowers and all. That pollen is also one kind of a dust, pollen, and many other pollutants which are already existing in the air what we are breathing. Okay, so these are all this pollen, dust, and other any extraneous particles. These are all called as positive ions. Remember that point. Okay, they're all called as a positive ions. So that means there are many positive ions and oxygen is there. But when we are breathing all this, what happens? We have no negative ions. Okay, so like the rats and rabbits, how they die very fast within the cage where negative ions are not there. So human being also facing the same crisis on this earth planet now. Very serious crisis, I'm telling you. If you remember this properly, you will really correct your lifestyle from today itself. Okay, the reason is the human being is undergoing the greatest crisis, health crisis, because of this particular reason. What is that reason? There are no negative ions in our breath. What the breath we are taking, right? There are no negative ions at all. Very less number of negative ions, I'm telling you. Okay, that is why the human being also getting hospitalized very frequently. You just observe the city, instead of rather than rural, come to the city. You observe once. Every alternate month, or one month or 2 months, 1 or 2 hospitals will be keep increasing. What is the reason? Why they are increased? If there is a highest development of technology, the human being is very intellectual, educated, then why the diseases are growing? What is the reason? The reason is very simple. There are no negative ions in the air, what we are taking. See, breath is very important, friends. If you don't have breath, more than 3 minutes, you cannot survive. If there is no water, I can survive for 10 days. If there is no food, I can survive for any number of days. Just by eating fruits and vegetables, I can live for long time. In fact, till the last breath, I can live. Without food, I'm telling. Without water, I can even survive. At least on 20 days, I can survive. But without breath, not even more than 3 minutes to 4 minutes. Such is the importance of this breath. Are we giving importance? Let me ask this question to everybody here. Are we giving importance to it? What kind of breathing we are taking? Are you confident that the breathing what you are taking, is it really supplying what are the necessity things for all the organs? Just breathing is going inside. We don't know what is going inside also. Because we are not aware of it. We are not bothered. We are all educated, but we are not educated in these things. What we are educated? I have gone through economics. I am an engineer. I am a doctor. I am this profession, that profession. All that we study. We study right from A to Z, left, right, center, everything. We all India ranks, everything. But this man become ill all of a sudden. This man get BP. This man get though highly educated, but he gets BP, he gets sugar, he gets heart problem, what not. Then there are a lot of doctors who study here, who go to abroad, they study everything, but they don't study about what are the basic things we are missing here, right? What is stopping? I don't know. What is stopping them to understand this particular basic things? What negative ions does? Let me tell you. When the negative ions are there, the negative ions are present within you. Within you means where exactly? Within your blood. Okay? When you take the breathing, isn't it? When you take the breathing, along with your breath, surrounding you, if good number of negative ions are there, where and all available, I'll tell you. Let me come to that point. So, that negative ions go through the breath when you are breathing inside. Okay? That goes to lungs. From the lung, it will enter into blood. Okay? When it enters into blood, if it is present, the negative ions are present in the blood, which is flowing, what happens is, along with the negative ions, always there is oxygen, of course. Oxygen, O2. O2 is necessary for all the metabolic actions within your system, right? So, metabolic actions happens everywhere. So one place digestion happens, other place, the kind of a circulatory system, blood circulatory system happen. Other place where the excretory system is going on, like other place the breathing system is going on. In the other place, central nervous system is there. There are 11 organic structure, organic systems are there in your body. Always they are working, they keep working. Everywhere the metabolic action is going on. So when there are metabolic actions, O2 is necessary, oxygen is necessary. But here is the problem. Though O2 comes into blood, right, through your breathing, but that doesn't convey to the cells properly. Who will convey this? Who will do this work? Negative ions will do this work. The negative ions, what they do is, that is why all the rats and animals, small animals kept in the cage where a lot of oxygen but no negative ions, they all died. They are breathing oxygen, but it's not going to the cells. The cells will not work properly. After some time, they have to die. We too. The same applicable to us also, for the human being also. Keep in your mind. That's what happening. Day in, day out, the same thing happening here in the society. We breathe a lot of, we breathe air. Okay, everybody is breathing air, but negative ions are less. Because of negative ions less, the amount of oxygen goes into your blood that doesn't supply to each and every bodily cells. The cells are the building blocks of your organs. The cells doesn't get proper amount of oxygen supply because negative ions are not there. This work is done by negative ions, supplying the oxygen to the red blood cells of your body is taken place only when there are good amount of negative ions in your system. Remember this. So when that doesn't happen, you obviously will fall ill. You will get disease, no doubt on that. Okay, this is a fundamental knowledge about the negative ions. Hope you understood, right? So this is how we need to understand. Now, so the negative ions, why they are less? Where they are available, we'll come to that point. But why they are less? Very simple. That's what I told you. Just just now I was telling you. Surrounding us, there are a lot of other particles which are unnecessary, right? So all pollution. So they are nothing but toxins. They are nothing but positive ions. Okay. Let's go to just an example. Let's go to the traffic area, busy junction in the city. There we don't feel fresh. Why we don't feel fresh or rejuvenated or happy? We don't want to stay also more time there because lot of noise pollution, sound pollution, and pollution around us. Somehow it makes you like kind of a frustrated or irritated, and you want to come out, you want to come back to your house as soon as possible. You never feel happy in the busiest junction of the city, traffic area. The reason is there in that atmosphere, the positive ions are very, very high. Which are the positive ions? All the dust particles, all the toxin, gases, everything, they're all called positive ions. What do? They take your electrons, whatever electrons are there within your body, okay? They will take away your electrons, the electrons which are within you already, they will take away. Then you become so, like as good as energy less, and you feel like losing energy, draining out, and you don't feel comfortable being there for some time, and you want to come back. This is how it happens. Understand? So this is very simple to understand. All the toxins are called positive ions. So when there are more number of positive ions, where is the question of electrons now? Where is the question of positive ions? It won't be there. That is one important thing we need to remember. Now, coming to the kind of a garden or a park, or a lot of trees are there, for example, around your house. If such atmosphere is there, in case, what will happen is you feel so fresh. If you are walking in the park or something, if you are walking in the park or number of trees are more, then what do you feel? How do you feel that? You feel so rejuvenated, so happy, relaxed. Very simple reason, let me tell you. Wherever there are more number of trees, the trees are the best resource for the negative ions. Remember this point. Okay? The trees are the best resource for the negative ions. That is why you feel so happy to stay in park or to walk in the park, garden, all right? Wherever more trees are there. That's how you get it. And also, so there are a lot of studies are done. There are a lot of studies are done by scientists, especially. These scientists, what they say is they found the important things, important things from their studies. What did the study is? City has got more positive ions rather than the rural areas. Okay, rather than the rural areas, city has got more positive ions. That means there are no negative ions in the city atmosphere. That's what they found it. So now, this study, how did they come to the conclusion is they take 1 cubic centimeter of air and they measure. They practically measure. When they measure in the outdoors of a rural area, go to the village outdoors. They found, let me tell you, out of let's say 1 cubic centimeter. Take 1 cubic centimeter of air. In the outdoor of rural, they found 1,000 negative ions. Okay, just numbers I'm going to tell you. Just compare yourself. Okay, and now they went to the outdoor but lightly polluted urban air. They have taken outdoor rather than the rural. They went to lightly polluted urban area. Maybe it's a municipality you take, not the city like a city corporation like Bangalore. They have gone to some maybe nearby, let's say some small towns, Mysore, otherwise Chennapatna, something like this, Hassan. So that kind of places they went. Then what they found is they found about 700. Okay, so 700, that is polluted, but 700 they found. They found less. Okay, rural they found more. Okay, rural they found 1,000 negative ions out of 1 cubic centimeter. Now they found 700. Now they went to city like a Bangalore outdoors. They measured how much they found, negative ions, 300. Out of 1 cubic centimeter, only 300 negative ions, right? And now they went to the indoors, rural location, a domestic house without air conditioning. Note this point also, very important. Now they went to the one rural village, indoors, without air conditioning, they found about 800. Now they are measuring inside the house, okay? 800 for 1 cubic centimeter of air. Now, the other point is they went to again rural, indoor, inside the house with air condition. With air condition. How many negative ions, 100. Only 100. When there is a air condition. Now you think about air condition. Whether you want to put air condition, you want to switch on in the house, whether you don't want to switch on the house, that you decide. Now, there is another one of the worst thing I would like to tell you. Indoor, city like Bangalore, modern air conditioned office or house, they measured. How many negative ions, 1 cubic centimeter? 50, 50. Now, how do you get the health in this condition? Now, software engineers are going to, where they are going? They are going and working in the glass building. Fully tightened, no air entering from anywhere. They have to breathe only that positive ions which are generated by air condition. Right? How many years they will be healthy? You tell me. Right? When they go and work in between the glass tightened walls, when there is no outside air at all, and all the air what they are breathing is air conditioned air. There is also coming from burning some inside some coolant oil. So this coolant gas. So this air condition will be keep generating only positive ions when there is wherever there is a AC air condition within the house or office. You have only 50 negative ions. So nowadays the lifespan of a software engineer will be very, very less. Within 20, 30 years of their service, for example, if somebody starts a job at 25, by 35, 40, is completely gone. He'll go into the very, very bad health. Very big crisis in the health, my dear friends. So give the importance for negative ions. Understand? So negative ions, we also say this one. Negative ions are the vitamins of the air. Vitamins of the air. As per Dr. E.H. Holiday. He proved it. He says very clearly, what are the vitamins you get from the food you get, isn't it? From the water also you get. Water to some extent, all the minerals will come, but from the food you get a lot of vitamins. All the A, B, C, D, E, F, E, K, B12, all this you get from food. Similarly, these negative ions are nothing but vitamins. Why? The negative ions supply the electrons to our body. When it is supplied to our body, just with the electrons, we can stay for any long amount of years. Let me tell you, with the just breathing, there is a Jasmine, one yogi is there. That means one master. He is from abroad. Now also she is there. For last, I think from almost since childhood, she only lives on the breath. She won't even drink water. She won't drink she won't take food also. You search in the Google now also. Jasmine. Okay. How she is surviving? You know that? Very simple. You need for the body what you need, electrons. That's all. Let me give another example here. If you want to understand why, how come the negative ions are vitamins of the body? How come it will foster my body? Right? How come it is a nutrition to my body? How come it is going to supply the required sufficient nutrition to my body? Can my body, is it possible that my body can survive just breathing more and more negative electrons? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. How? Let me tell you. So there are some instances, miracle instances. In Andhra Pradesh, there is a place called Mummadivaram, Turpu Godavari district. There is something called Mummadivaram. In that place, so there is Pedabala Yogi, Chinabala Yogi, the two yogis. Pedabala Yogi started at the age of 8 until that is all about 39 years. Continuously, he sat in meditation. Not even one day he woke up on meditation. Right? The parents also understood. Then they constructed a small hut around them. Pedabala Yogi sat in meditation for 39 long years. No food, no water. But his body was growing, hairs were growing, nails were growing. Okay? All the organs were growing. How it is possible? Tell me. If it is possible for him, why not is possible for us also? Understand? So what happened is, friends, in the deep meditation state, let me tell you, these are the secrets, okay? In the deep meditation state, and especially when you are taking the proper breathing, where there are more number of negative ions, okay? and meditation state. In the meditation itself, let me tell you, in the meditation itself, it produces inside us, we have a mechanism within our body. If someone sit in a meditation with a deep breathing, the breathing goes very, very, very slowly. Breathing goes very, very, very slowly, maybe a minute, some 3 or 4 breaths, that's all. If it goes in that slow rate, it produces automatically negative ions within the body. Body has got that capability. Understand? So that's how what happened. These yogis will survive like that. So they generate a lot of negative ions or electrons within them. So with that they survive. Their body is growing. That's why I use the word negative ions is equal to the vitamins in the air. I told you. Okay. So the air goes through the nostrils goes inside. There is something called vortex inside, vortex. So when the air goes through the, right, you close the mouth, you're only taking the breath through the nostril, goes to the vortex. In the vortex, it whirl around. There, negative ions are generated automatically. Okay, the body has got that capability, but we should allow it to do it. Okay. We don't allow it to do it because our breathing is not deeper. Our breathing is just like, a dog will take breathing, right? Like that. So that kind of breathing is going on now because a lot of tension, a lot of thoughts, a lot of troublesome, like a lot of turbulence in the mind. Day in, day out, for small, big things and all in the house, outside, business and profession, everywhere. So huge turbulence is going on. One gives trouble to other gives trouble to others. That's how what happened. Our breath has become very, very shallow breathing. No deep breathing at all. If you are able to take the deep breathing, that itself will produce the negative ions within you. That I'm going to teach later. Okay. So this is how it works, my dear friends. Right? So the importance of the negative ions is like this. Isn't it? So the negative ions, you understood the importance of negative ions, first of all. I told you negative ions is equal to vitamins of the air. So these negative ions are there as good as you are supplying the enough amount of nutrition to the body. Right? You are thinking, right? I want A vitamin, I want B vitamin, I want D vitamin, I take this food, I take that food. How much ever you take, whatever you take, ultimately you get electrons only. Isn't it? Through whichever the food you take. What is food? Again, food is a substance. Substance is constructed with molecules. Molecules are constructed atoms. Atoms are constructed with the electrons and protons. Again, you come to there only. So that's how. So see to that you get more amount of negative ions, electrons, where whether you take food properly, you don't take food properly, you don't take proper water, or you take proper water. Okay, doesn't matter to the body. Body will stay happy. That's why I'm giving all these examples to you. Right? What is going around us? No, we have to understand. Taking examples, we are trying to study this subject now today. By taking these examples, Pedabala Yogi, Sinabala Yogi also, his brother also did meditation for 41 years, 41 long years. Yeah, like his elder brother, 39 years. By seeing him, he started sitting from childhood, just beside him. He continued for 41 years. Non-stop. Only on Shivaratri night, they come and give darshan and go. No talking. No water, no food, only breathing. Breathing is the food. I told you, no, this is the reason. This is a vitamin for them. What you require then? Tell me. So that is why, remember this very, very important subject. Today, we are all learning. Okay. We need to ensure that in our atmosphere, there are more number of negative ions. For that, one important resource I told you, you should have more amount of plantation. That, like all these plants, all the plants within our atmosphere, what do they do is, if there are more number of plants, they generate more number of negative ions, right? They will purify the air. How do they purify the air? Again, you need to understand here. Technically, you need to understand. When they generate negative ions, right, they go into the atmosphere. Suppose, let's say, in the given atmosphere, in the air, lot of pollutants are there, lot of particles, these dust particles and pollen particles, a lot of other things, right? Many other, the fumes which are coming out of the vehicles and all these things. They are just, floating in the air. They go through our nose, right? They go inside and do all the damage. That's what happening now already. Okay. Even in the city, I'm telling you, wherever I'm staying also, 2 days, if you don't clean, if you touch your table, there is this much of dust. The dust is growing, day by day it's growing. I hope it is common for all the cities now. I feel that it's common for every city now. That is very, very dangerous, friends. We are living in a, I'm telling you again, we are living at so really the health crisis we are living right now. Without correcting this problem, how many hospitals you build, how much you talk about all other things, what is going to happen? The breath is so important. Everybody knows it. What should be there in the breath also we should know. We know it, but we are neglecting, to a great extent. And we are talking about health. You take nutritious food, you take, this diet, that diet, key diet, or so many, K2 diet, so many diets will explain. What do they use? Tell me. And they explain like, you take mineral water, you take Himalayan water, you take that water. Huh? How much ever you talk, first of all, give little care about the atmosphere around you. Wherever you stay, even in the house also, I'm telling you, you do Agnihotra. Do Agnihotra regularly. It will purify the air. Understand? Agnihotra. And for example, you have more number of trees. And if in future, I'll tell you, within the house also, that some of the plants are there, which you can keep it. Those will keep purifying the air, atmosphere. Okay. So how the plants will settle the dust or it will purify the atmosphere or air. Let me tell you, technically, the negative ions comes from the plants. What do? They are positive ions. That means all the dust particles, they are positive ions. The negative ions which are released into air by atmosphere, that means by trees, they go and interact with the positive ions. Now, the positive ion dust is there, they become heavy because positive negative attached. Then the dust particles become heavy. The dust particle, when they become heavy, they drop down to the ground. So that's how the atmosphere gets cleaned when there are more number of trees. That is where we go and walk, we feel so fresh air. This is a simple concept you need to understand. Okay. Even for example, the good amount of rain is coming. Okay. The rain is coming. After the heavy downpour of rain, it is stopped. You go outside. You feel so fresh. Why? The rainwater is having highest amount of negative ions. We should allow our kids to play in the rain. We should also go and play in the rain. We receive good amount of negative ions. See, when the rain come and hit the ground, okay, what happens is the moment it hits the ground, it generates lot of negative ions and earth will receive the negative ions. Earth also will receive negative ions. Understand? So that's why after the heavy downpour of the rain, just go outside and you feel like very relaxed. So calm, relax, and your breath also becomes slower. See, another thing is whenever there are good amount of negative ions in the air, what you are breathing, your breath will slow down first of all. Your thoughts will subsidize. Understand? That's why when you go and sit in the park, probably you'll feel so relaxed and the mental suffering also will reduce. And if there is a big tree, the old tree, go and hug it. You get huge amount of negative ions. Big tree, like is the 200 years old, 300 years old trees are there. Go and hug them. They'll give huge amount of negative ions. These are the sources I'm telling. Now, every day, you have to walk barefoot on the ground 40 minutes. What is going to happen? It's going to give the good amount of acupressure to all the organs of your body, the energy flow. Not only that, it supplies the ground. This is called earthing. This is called earthing, friends. Earthing will supply, the ground will supply huge amount of negative ions to our physical body. The earth or soil gets the negative ions from the rain, from the rocks within the ground. Within the soil, there are a lot of rocks inside, isn't it? Kallu, stones. So that the soil gets a lot of negative ions, the capability of lot of negative ions by soil. Soil, we have abundant negative ions. You have to walk barefoot every day 40 minutes. Especially when the rain happens, you have to walk barefoot on the rain, on the wet ground. You receive highest amount of negative ions. This is how we need to improve the negative ions within our system. Now come to the city. I am sitting in 10th floor, 15th floor. Where do you walk now? You walk on your ceramic floor, ceramic tiles. No negative ions, only positive ions. Next thing, you walk by chappals. There also no question. Now you come to the, okay, you left your apartment from 15th floor, you came to the down. There is fully concretized, around the building. No question. No way you'll get negative ions. So what do they need to do now? In the atmosphere also negative ions are not there. They don't know practice of so-called the Agnihotra, this kind of practices. Then they keep breathing only positive ions in the city. Then they have to go to hospital a few days or few months later. They have to go to hospital for a disease. For these kind of people who are staying in the last floors, I mean the highest floors, whatever it is, and the ground is also not there with them, the direct soil is not available. What they need to do is, there is some grounding mechanisms are there. Understand? Grounding mechanisms. So that they have to use it. Grounding mats, right? Grounding badges, right? So these kind of things are available. Nowadays they are developed for these people only. Okay, this is called a zero voltage therapy. So they have done it. So that if you want, I'll introduce. I'll try to give you some links. You buy them wherever you stay in the whichever the floor, upper floor, where and whichever the area where you don't have the connectivity to the direct soil, use these things regularly. At least you'll get grounded. You'll get grounded by yourself to the soil. Because in the house there is earthing, earthing. So through that earthing, what happens through that earthing, it gets connected to the soil. All the earthing takes place in the building for electricity through soil directly. Similarly, we also get earthed, we also get grounded. That particular details I'll try to share with you, no problem. So this is how we need to do it, my dear friends. So if you go on talk like this, these are the few sources of negative ions. There are many more sources like this. Okay, in the future we will discuss. Maybe in a one particular given day, if you take more and more data, you take more and more, you may not, may not be able to observe properly. You may forget it also. So go through this video again and again. Give this video to as many people as possible. Okay, and the next sessions we will try to introduce much more sources of negative ions. Okay. So before ending this, maybe I'll give one small clue also. For example, if somebody is feeling sick in the hospital, okay, you are a healthy person. If you are a healthy person, what happened? The meaning of health is what? You have abundant of electrons within your body. You have abundant of electricity flowing in your body. Understand? So you go to hospital, don't give anything to him. Take his, the moment you go to hospital, take his both hands, take it in your hand, then rub. Okay, continuously rub, and your negative ions will pass to him. Okay, and take the legs, rub it, properly rub it. This is only the help you can do. You will become normal. in a few days. You know that? If he is very ill, for example, brain stroke, heart stroke, heart attack, this kind of severe illness, chronic illness, go 5, 6 people together, all healthy people, sit around him. Okay? Go on, rub his hands, rub his, whichever, wherever parts possible, go on, rub it. Everybody give positive, they give more and more amount of electrons to him. Then you will become normal. Within few days, he'll come to the house again. It's a simple way of curing many diseases. Understand? So that's how it works, my dear friends. If you go and sit with if you go to any master, for example, if you go to any, the so-called our great masters or yogis, what do? So when you go to them, right? They do the same thing. They try to give the abundant amount of electrons to you, somehow by touching. So especially our Guruji is to touch with the hand, like this. Okay. So then what happened? The electrons will pass from him to us. There is something called potential gradient. You heard about it? So potential gradient is nothing but wherever higher potential, wherever low potential, the low potential person is called sick person, higher potential person is called healthy person. So the electrons will flow from high gradient to the low gradient. Okay. However, pressure flow from higher pressure to lower pressure, the high temperature to low temperature. That's how the flow will happen. Similarly, wherever more number of electrons person is there, the lower number of electrons person is there, the transmission happens automatically without you do anything. Without your intervention, it will happen. That's how the other sick person becomes healthy. Okay. Okay, friends. Thank you so much. So thanks for listening. So let's continue this same session, same topic, same knowledge in the future. Right? We have more. I think we have another 2 or 3. How many sessions are there in this month?
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Yeah,
2
we'll
more
continue in
sessions.
the further session. Thank you so much. Yes. If you have any question, you can ask. Raise your hand. At least now you have to switch on the videos. At least for asking questions also. Yes. Kalpana ji. Unmute yourself. Yeah.
You just
Kalpana
mentioned,
ji and
yeah, you mentioned about Agnihotra, something like that. What exactly it is?
Oh, that's a big subject, no? Again, it's a big
Is it
subject.
something connected to Yagna or something?
Which one?
Havan or something? Is it connected?
Yeah. Oh, correct.
Okay, like what usually they say that in spiritual practices that at least Havan. Are you referring that?
Absolutely right. It's a small homa. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, homa in the home. Okay.
Homa
Small
item.
homa in the home. Okay. So
So that
Agnihotra.
purifies again the air at home.
Yeah. It generates a lot of negative ions.
Okay.
That
I
is
do it every week. I do Fridays.
Yes, every day you have to do, not every
Every
week.
day. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how. That's when you can purify your air.
Okay.
So you
Yeah,
can
even the house, you get that smell of that what havan we put, no, that ghee and all.
Smell is something aroma that will
Yeah.
be there, but not only that, it generates abundant amount of electrons, abundant
Okay.
amount of even oxygen plus electrons, especially it purify the air. If at all any dust is there, if at all any like poisonous gases are there, right? All that even not even the and also another important thing. Negative ions are going to clear the air. I told purify the air.
Yeah.
With respect to dust, pollen, another any
Yeah.
gas particles, like poisonous particles, it also kills the bacteria and virus.
Okay.
Negative
So in
ions,
short,
negative ions, negative ions are going to kill the bacteria, virus which are present in the so-called air, what we are breathing.
Okay, the scientific reason behind it is this.
Yes.
Actually, what today you have
Yes.
explained. But
Yes.
usually spiritual practices, masters, they'll say that it's good for your home because all the negativity will vanish from your house.
Yeah,
So today
correct.
I came to know the real scientific reason behind
Yes,
it.
correct.
Thanks for sharing that knowledge.
Yeah, I can also say it generates good energy, vibrations, and all
Yeah.
these things. Then what you will understand from that?
Yes.
You'll believe, of course, you believe because I'm a master. I'm telling you, will believe it, obviously. But there should be a scientific temper behind it, no?
Correct. Yeah.
Right?
So actually,
That's what we are
our
discussing.
yogis were they wanted us to do practice all such practices. So
Yeah,
they have linked us with
correct.
through our spiritual this, so that we
Right.
will follow that. But
Like a
definitely the science is behind it.
Yeah, science is behind.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we will see in Mahavatar Foundation, we explore everything. We
Yeah.
explore very deeply. That's very
Mhm.
important for us. Okay, we don't leave just like that. So
Mhm.
of course, it's a belief. It's a belief system in our India, ancient India.
Yes.
Everybody was doing Agnihotra. Now also we are in Mother Foundation. We taught about Agnihotra in a wide manner.
Where
Okay,
in
in the
yeah.
previous classes, if you previous
Okay.
here in the same forum.
Okay.
This is the 19th batch we are running now.
Okay.
Okay, we have completed 18 batches. Okay,
Mhm.
18 months. All last 18 months we have been teaching. Okay, so
Mhm.
in previous classes I have taught about Agnihotra in a very detailed manner.
Mhm.
Understand? So
So
anyway,
this batch also you'll be conducting, or you'll be giving us insight about it?
I have no syllabus for that right now.
Okay.
Since if
Then it will be
syllabus
very
is
good.
there,
Like if we, because since I'm doing this, so if I get more knowledge about it, so it will be good. Like,
yeah, I mean, maybe you go through the earlier video and otherwise you talk to me. Okay,
okay,
you
yeah,
talk to
sure.
me whenever whatever doubt you have, you talk to me. I'll explain. Okay.
Yeah, and how do I reach to you? Like, can I
Write
have a
write
number?
down the number. That's
Okay,
why
yeah.
we say here connect to the masters. But what happened in
Uh,
English session? I observe people come closing their video and
uh,
watching. Then after watching, they left and they leave and go. I don't know what is wrong with that. Huh? Then why you have to come to the class?
correct.
Instead of coming to class, sit in the house and don't connect to. See, when you
Mhm.
connect to the class, let me tell you, whether any master, whether I am there or somebody else is sitting in teaching, whatever
Mhm.
is good in them, whatever is,
Mhm.
more useful for you, just take it. Every
Correct.
day, one bit by bit, wisdom, what you get, no, it will enhance your
Yeah. Yes.
consciousness. Okay,
Correct.
it will increase your consciousness. So it's
Yeah.
very important when you are participating in the class, be interactive, like how you are asking
Mhm.
questions, right? Be interactive,
Mhm.
learn, and respect
Mhm.
master. And also, see, respect means like we don't expect anything. Keep
Mhm.
communicating. That itself is a
Communicating.
great
Yeah.
respect.
Correct.
Because
Yeah.
see, for example, I am teaching. Am I
Mhm.
teaching out to the any wall or what? I am
Mhm.
teaching to the like all the souls in front of
So
me.
yeah, correct.
Then soul is not responding. Then what should I feel?
Mhm.
Like should I feel that you're a stone or you're a statue or something?
Correct.
Right? There's a like
Yeah.
the words are there. Like language is there.
Mhm. Correct.
Communicate something. Whether I
Mhm.
understood, not understood. At
Mhm.
least facial expression.
Yeah.
Nothing is there. They just close the videos and they keep listening. What do they listen? I don't know.
Yeah.
Something funny for me, like it looks very funny. So
Uh,
we try to give such a deeper subject. Okay,
mhm.
you go and learn in any college or university.
Mhm.
Will they teach this subject?
No, you don't. Like, since I told you, like, I just knew that if we do this, Havan, or every daily or weekly, it purifies our air and negativity goes like. But today,
Correct,
I came to know about behind it the scientific reasons why
correct,
they say to conduct to do all these things.
correct.
So it's really good because today's what I feel is like today's generation, like people like today, they want reasons for everything. Why we should do this? Oh no. When
Scientific,
yeah,
yeah.
only when the
It's a
scientific
scientific, we
scientific
are living in
reasons. Correct.
advanced technological world.
Yeah.
So we want to know the reason. Yes,
Correct.
we We should study with the reason. That's always good.
Yeah,
And it will also really, you will digest very well. Because when you know the reason, science behind it, then you will never
correct.
forget in your life.
Correct. Yeah. So now I think so I'll do with more interest, like if when today when I've come to know about this. So definitely my interest has arisen, like
Yes.
what I feel happy also, like at least I'm doing from my home.
Very good. Very good. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, you were saying like you will share me your number.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll put in the chat box. Okay.
Okay.
You're
Yeah.
right.
So, with your permission, I will just want to remind an instance that happened in Bhopal. You all guys remember this Bhopal gas tragedy incident?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a family doing Agnihotra. They used to do this daily. They used to perform daily, and that family is residing near to that factory. Do you know?
Oh.
Everyone in the family survived, even for that harmful gases. That is written in a paper. If possible,
Oh.
I will send that
Please share.
share in the group.
So
So
Please
that's
share.
the
Please share.
this is a great incident which, like, Lokesh has reminded it here is a right occasion. So the Bhopal gas tragedy when happened, as you said, very near to that, all around, all the people died. Within, the campus very close to that, Bhopal leakage, gas leakage incident, close to that, there are 3-4 houses. So they were practicing Agnihotra that particular time. Okay. The gas leakage came, that's like a poisonous gas, it has killed everybody because they were breathing only poisonous gases, that is, they were breathing complete positive ions. Okay. There are all the electrons within the body, right? Within the body, it has become 0. Then the person obviously will die. As I told you just now. So in the air, whatever oxygen is there, but if there are very less number of negative ions, nobody can survive, either animals or human beings. They can't survive. In the environment where even though oxygen, but there are very less number of negative ions, you can't survive anymore. That is the fact, which is proven by even scientists. Similarly, there, when the Bhopal gas tragedy happened, in that house, because there were plenty of negative ions, the plenty amount of oxygen prevalent, because they were doing continuously the Agnihotra. Okay, then they are survived, nothing happened. This is even printed in the Hindu, in the newspaper, daily newspaper in those days, 1984, I think so.
Thanks.
Okay. Yes.
And I would like to share my experience of my yesterday's meditation. Like when I was doing that meditation, definitely the flute, whenever we listen to flute, we always remember to Lord Krishna only. But at one first day when I heard it, I felt that Lord, I could see that somebody's playing it, but I didn't see the picture of it. But yesterday, when I was doing my meditation, I saw the red color. I usually sit down only, but now since this class is going on, so I have come to another room. So I saw a red color, red something. When I was sitting on the ground, like I saw that something red thing near me. And and the vibrations, that music, like vibrations, like I could feel that tingling things happening to me. Like what you say, something.
Wonderful. That actually, the red indicates your Mooladhara.
Oh, Mooladhara. Okay,
Mooladhara.
exactly. I felt something here.
There only.
Base of my
That
body.
waist and the waist.
Uh-huh.
So Mooladhara, the end of your tyler bone, right? The backbone. That is where what happened is there is a Mooladhara chakra. That's a energy center. If there is an activation there, obviously it will try to indicate through red color. Okay, red color refers to Muladhara, first of all.
Muladhara.
So that's what's happening. That means the cleansing has started for you in the Muladhara.
Okay, so that's a cleansing procedure.
Yes,
Just
cleansing,
started. Okay.
activation.
So I have to keep practicing.
Yeah, just practice the meditation. You don't need to do anything. Just practice normal breath observation. Continue that. The many more things will happen. Yeah.
Yeah, today, but I think so. We had a good meditation. More than, I think, 30 minutes we did? 30 or 40
Yeah,
minutes?
30 minutes. 30 to 32 minutes.
30.
Right.
Okay. Good. So this timing will be increasing day by day, or like
No,
will be 30 minutes?
increasing we won't do, because only today, because the subject was little, a deeper subject. So we need to take more time, because in order to make you to understand this.
Correct. Okay,
Otherwise,
the theory
we close by 10:15 or something max.
Okay.
Yeah, on full moon days we have 3 hours of meditation.
Meditation, yes, meditation on every Sunday. If you participate, you get 2 hours meditation continuously.
Okay, so again in this year only Zoom I have to come?
Yeah, same. I mean, not this Zoom. Some other link will come, but we will publish in all the groups. We are running English, Telugu, Kannada, Hindi, Tamil. Five languages classes are going on at a time.
I'll be comfortable with Hindi also, no problem.
Yeah, all will be coming to that Sunday meditation. It's a world wellness meditation. Vishwa Swasth Dhyana.
Vishwa
That
Swasth Dhyana.
Vishwa Swasth Dhyana. That is
Swasth.
like world wellness meditation. It happens on every Sunday, right from 5 to 7.
5 to 7.
5 to 7 a.m.
AM, okay.
AM. Yes.
Okay.
Early morning.
Sundays.
Yeah,
So we will be notified for this?
Yeah. Very good.
Please share me. I will start.
All the groups will be intimated.
Okay. And one more thing was I had a question. First day we were said that as per your age, if you're 30 years or whatever, so you should do 30 minutes of meditation. So as the age increases, that amount of time you have to devote for meditation. So what is the connectivity of age with the meditation?
See, what happened is, this is one intrinsic formula which Guruji has suggested, Patriji has suggested by doing some experiments. Like, say, trial and error method. Okay. So, for example, your 40 minutes means 40 years means 40 minutes. 10 minutes means 10 years. 10 years means 10 minutes. The reason is the person, if it is more and more aged, they have gone through many experiences, the lot of mental patterns, the ill patterns, and their own, a lot of things go and sit in the subconscious. Okay. For example, if 70 years means the kind of experience, the vast experience, and the kind of emotions, the kind of the life they spent normally on the they have to go through many experiences, many emotions, many kind of a negative, positive subconscious. To cleanse them, it needs minimum time of at least 70 years means 70 minutes. 50 years means 50 minutes to plug them out. Okay, because they are deeply rooted. Understand? See, any habits, it's a negative or positive. Once it becomes the part of subconscious, that becomes a habit for you.
Right.
Either is negative or is positive. It can be anything, but once it becomes a part of subconscious, it's deeply rooted. It's very difficult to take it out unless you reprogram it through meditation, regular practice of meditation. If you do it, then you can reprogram. Otherwise, you can't reprogram it.
Oh, such is the effect of our this emotions now.
Yes. The emotions, anger, the fear, all these things, they go and stuck at their deepest roots. That's called so-called subconscious mind. That is within us. So it's very dangerous if you take anything. That's why we say always, like, don't take it to heart. Take it to only mind. Take it to only mind, process it and leave it. Don't take anything to heart. If you take it to heart, it will go directly sit in the subconscious mind. Understand? So it takes a lot of time also to cleanse again, to reprogram again.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Got it. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. You are from which place, Kalpana ji?
Bangalore.
Bangalore.
Actually,
Oh.
I'm born and brought up in Mumbai. So after marriage, we got settled there. Yeah.
Yes. Wonderful. So you will learn very, the great wisdom from this platform for sure. And also we will
Sorry, can't hear.
make you to learn, we'll make you to share. Share the wisdom. Share the wisdom. That
Share the
means
wisdom.
you have your own wisdom, for example. You have to share with others, isn't it?
Correct.
See, this wisdom, the wisdom especially, spiritual wisdom, must be shared without any exchange of any kind of a monetary things, without exchanging money.
Okay.
That's what we follow in Mahavatar Foundation, and which is given. The principle is set up by our beloved master Patriji, Subhas Patriji, our beloved.
The one, I think here it's there.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. He's there or he's still
No,
there?
he's last 2 years, I think 2021, yes. So he vacated his body. Like, he departed from the physical plane. Now he is in the different plane, but he departed from the physical plane. Okay. He has spent enough amount of time in spreading this meditation and vegetarianism, pyramid power, swadhyaya, sajana sangatya, all this.
And one more thing I wanted to ask. Usually they say during this, if you do any spiritual practices or meditation like that, you should forego the non-veg part. So how does if we eat non-veg, will it hurdle our spiritual growth?
Definitely. If you take non-vegetarian food, your aura will be impacted.
How it will be impacted like?
That's a dead food. It doesn't supply electrons. It supplies only positive ions.
Oh, that way.
Yeah. It's a negative food, no? It's a negative food. Negative food in the sense it doesn't supply negative ions. It supplies positive ions only. Understand? It doesn't supply any pranic force to you. For example, if I eat a vegetarian food, right? The vegetarian food means like, so let's say leaves or fruits or whatever, right? Vegetables. If I eat directly or with a less cooked food, something, what I get immediately is all the vitamins, all the minerals directly. Next thing is I also get another thing is I get prana shakti from that. That prana shakti is zero in the so-called your the non-vegetarian food. Prana shakti is zero. It's a dead food, no?
Okay.
But here they have the prana shakti is very much there because, and also oxygen is also very much there in the all the trees and all the plants because they make it from the sun energy. Photosynthesis. They do photosynthesis, yes, and they develop all the leaves and fruits and everything, and they store a lot of sun energy also. They will have good amount of oxygen also. When we eat them, we also get that all that into ourselves. Then what we will be? We will be highly energetic. Our prana shakti also will be boosted. We normally don't get diseases.
Okay.
If you take the non-vegetarian, it doesn't have all these things. It may give some protein, not more than that. And for the taste purpose, they eat. Everybody for the taste purpose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Understand? So non-veg food people are taking. Doctors are telling you'll get more protein, but better than non-vegetarian, we have a alternative vegetarian foods which supply more protein than the non-vegetarian food. Example, groundnuts. You take groundnuts of this much. You are pissed 2 times in a week. Night you soak it. Morning you eat directly. You will get sufficient or more than what your non-vegetarian food is giving.
Oh.
Such a simple mechanism. Why do you want to worry about non-vegetarian food? So it's a dead food, first of all. Spiritually speaking, I can talk another 1 hour on this subject. So because this is not a forum where I can discuss that. So there is a separate topic. We will take it and we will discuss. Because when the new people are joining, then we can start discussing it. But it takes more time, because with respect to spirituality, there are a lot of things to explain why we must be vegetarian. We must be, in fact, we must be sattvic, we can say sattvic food. We must follow sattvic food, sattvic lifestyle. Okay. Sattvic food, sattvic lifestyle we have to follow if you want to grow, if you want to have a faster soul evolution for yourself. You must become a sattvic. You must adopt the sattvic lifestyle. As simple as this.
So, what I understood, like it will, my spiritual practice will be there, but it will be little slow compared to veg diet.
Slow, and sometimes you get into problems also.
Oh, with that. If I'm getting in.
Yeah, non-vegetarian food.
Non-veg.
Not only slow, it will sometimes, because it's a negative karma what we are doing. So it will impact you and it doesn't allow you to grow. Okay. It doesn't allow you to grow spiritually. At the same time, you may get any kind of diseases. No idea what disease you are going to get, because there is something called, we do some sin. That means we do some papa karma. That means sin, negative karma. Negative karma equal to negative results. The result may be anything: disease, or a difficulty, or a crisis, or a issues, relationship issues. Anything may happen in your life. If you are keep eating non-vegetarian, anything may happen. And also, you become a person, like a food is so is the food. As is the food, so is the mind. As is the food, so is the mind. The food becomes mind. If you are eating tamasic food, all your the character, your inner qualities will become tamasic, lazy, lot of anger, frustration, irritation, right? The jealousy, all this will be there, part of that. If you are eating a rajasic food, you always will be aggressive. You want to, you have a lot of ego. You want to surpass somebody. You want to, threaten, or everything will happen within you. In order to achieve what you wanted, you are ready to do anything. So that's called tamas, the rajasic character. Okay, you are very aggressive in every manner, every way, everything. Then if you are eating sattvic food, like vegetarian food, and especially always we say chemical free vegetarian food eat. That's much better. Chemical free vegetarian.
But it's not possible in cities, like, because now farming mostly they are using all the
okay. I'm not telling about vegetables and those aspects. When I say chemical free vegetarian means, let's say one example is forego the refined oil from the supermarket, adopt only corn oils.
That changes.
This is one of the example I am trying to give you.
Okay.
When I say sattvic ahari, sattvic lifestyle means this is a part of the sattvic lifestyle. Many times what we do, we say that I'm vegetarian. We go to supermarket, buy all the stuff which is over there, but everything is loaded with a lot of chemicals. How can it give you health? Correct. All this so-called the chemical oriented, all the chemicals which are loaded into these products, what they do? The moment you take, right? The moment you take inside, so it is going to, your body is going to be totally acidic. The environment becomes acidic, and inside your body, the toxins will increase. The toxins will increase like anything, and then the total system slowly, it gets into like, repair mode, or basically it gets into so-called disease.
Crash mode.
Yes, yes, definitely. So you will get a lot of diseases. It will start because the organs will not work properly.
Correct.
See, inside the blood, what has to flow? The blood means blood must be thin, number one. It
Correct.
should not have a lot of deposits like a unnecessary toxins, whichever you take from food, water, everywhere you are taking, breathing you are taking, everything will go and dump in the blood. Then blood becomes so thick. When blood becomes so thick, how do you ensure that it flows to the very cell of the body? It doesn't flow. See, something is thick, something is very thick, it doesn't flow. Its
Correct.
velocity will
Yeah, yeah.
decrease. So, as and when the velocity decreases, what happens? All the tissues, all the cells of the body will not get the proper amount of nutrition. The nutrition will be supplied to every cell of the body only through the blood. Blood is the means.
Yeah.
You want to supply vitamins, minerals, oxygen, and everything, whatnot. Everything you want to supply to a cell of the body. Only the means is blood. Your blood must be the fast flowing, and it must be thin in the nature. No, it must not be thick in nature. Let's say glucose is heavy in the blood. What happens? That becomes so thick. Okay. Then what will happen? Finally, the inner walls of the blood vessels will be coated with that all the glucose. Right? That pipes will go on shrink. Then the blood pressure will increase. That's called high BP. That's called high BP. Nothing but high BP. Okay. Yes. I think this is a vast subject. It's
So
not like
many topics are there, like the nutrition, then this like today what all today also what you covered, like very good actually. It's a very vast subject actually. Spirituality also.
Very vast. So we must be keep learning. I'm telling you again and again. We must be keep learning, and we must also sharing with all the masters here. You'll get a great platform like this, right? You learn, also you share. Okay. And I'll be giving a good amount of books reference where you have to study, right? Where you have to study, understand. See, the moment you learn, right, you have to start sharing it. When you start sharing it, what happens? It will improve within you.
Correct.
Sharing is the best way of learning, as per my knowledge, as per my experience. If you go on share, every time when you are sharing, you get a different meaning of it. Different meaning of it, you yourself will understand first. And the inner depth of everything what you are teaching, right? It will go on increase within you. The depth will increase when you are teaching again and again. Same subject, but when you are teaching again and again, let me tell you, the depth will change every time.
Sure.
Yes.
Please, next class, do share with us the indoor plants where we can at home only increase the oxygen level.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Next month we will give a chance for you. Okay.
Achha, next month.
So otherwise, tomorrow is the Friday. Friday we will have the classes from masters. Especially tomorrow. Tomorrow also I'll come. Because Lokesh is not available. Otherwise, tomorrow day after I should have not come. But because the login and hosting is not available here because Lokesh is busy tomorrow day after, I will come. Whoever is interested to teach tomorrow, you can prepare 15 minutes only presentation. 15 minutes, I'll give 2-3 masters, okay? The chance. Like you can teach each 15 minutes. Small topics to select. Whichever you want to teach, whichever you have knowledge, you digested well, you try to present it. Tomorrow being Friday, in in the whole week, in Mahavatar Foundation, what we do is first 4 days only spiritual wisdom and meditation practice. 5th day will be Friday. On Friday, meditation and holistic lifestyle. There is no spiritual wisdom. Okay. Then the Saturday is an open platform where we allow everybody to talk, everybody to clarify their questions. Okay. And even if they have any special skills, they can sing songs, they can, tell their own something they feel like they want to share. Everything is allowed on Saturday.
So
Sunday
more of a interactive session, like
interactive session. Yes. Sunday is a holiday. For example, you have a special skill of mimicry. Do mimicry. So let's say you have a singing ability. Sing a song. You want to dance it. No problem. Whatever you want to do it on Saturday. That's like miscellaneous and special day for all of us.
Okay.
That's how we designed the entire curriculum. So every 7 days, in the 7 days, 6 days a week, this is how we always conduct. Because we want it more interesting. Okay. So we wanted to make more interesting, everybody to participate.
Right.
Right. Okay, Ji,
Thank
Kalpana is, today you have made sure that a lot of things comes out, and you made the discussion very energetic and very meaningful. Okay, thank you.
Oh, thank you, and sharing for all the wisdom what you have. Please keep sharing with us.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, we may talk one or two masters and then we'll close the session because already late. Shailaji. Yes.
And because of good questions asked by Kalpana Garu, we had nice questions, sir, actually.
Yes.
And
Absolutely right.
actually, we enjoyed, actually. We got wisdom of all those topics also, just because she questioned.
Correct.
And you answered. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you. Yes, Deepika, you want to share your experience maybe in a minute or so? Yeah.
Good evening, sir, and good evening, all masters.
Mm.
Today I've joined late, sir. I think at the end I've joined.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bhopal gas tragedy and all we have discussed earlier in our sessions. So there was like lot of knowledge, wisdom, like discussed and shared by great masters in all the last batches and all. So I would like to tell you all the new masters, like you got to subscribe the Mahavatar Foundation channel and view all the past videos. There's like a lot of information and wisdom shared in the past also. And yes, sir. What should I share?
Yes. So you also gone through last classes and batches, and also I think Deepika madam has gone to the level where she started teaching, right? She also joined in the 12th number batch, and then after that 13th batch onwards she started teaching. So nice teaching she has given, wisdom as she has shared also. Is the lot of development taken place in her. Okay, the great she's actually participating from USA now. She is living in USA. Okay, and she has really done very well, and wisdom also, huge wisdom she said. In a few months itself, she gone to that level. That is the soul evolution. It all depends upon soul evolution. Okay, so like that, like her, everybody has to grow. Everybody has to grow means participate regularly. Every day you attend, you learn. Once you feel like you learn properly, you share that wisdom. Come forward and tell that I have this wisdom, I got it, I want to share. Yes, go ahead. If you share, let me tell you, if you share it, it will become a permanent your asset. That will become a permanent asset for you. You never forget, even in the deep sleep also, if you just wake up, you start telling it. That's how it should become. Subject should become like that. Not like looking somewhere and seeing a book and reading, or no, not like that. Anything which is coming out from inside, no, that becomes a powerful message for the people. Why you are sitting in front of me? If I am not talking from my inside, you won't sit here this much time. If I am seeing one book here, what is this, reading it, understanding it, how can you enjoy that? You can't. Maybe you can't take it so well. See here, few members, 11 members. Other people, of course, because of time factor or something, they may leave. But you are still listening to me because you are getting something, deeper wisdom. and you're enjoying that. Okay, otherwise you can't stay. Now it is already 11 o'clock. Okay, definitely you can't stand up to that. That is why what you need to do is, when you learn the wisdom in a deeper perspective, it becomes asset for you. That asset, when you are sharing with others, it becomes wonderful thing. You know, it's going to be a wonderful message for the people who are sitting and listening. So come to that level. Everybody has to come to that level.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. And you have given us a lot of opportunity for us to grow. We just came to learn some listening, learning, and all. Like I felt like you are like an encyclopedia, having lot of knowledge. So even if we get to know that kind of knowledge, we have to refer many books. Even we don't like at the beginning. I read any spiritual book. So I don't know what books to read and what kind, but I felt like very interesting when you were telling about these spiritual topics. Even the terms were also very new to me. Even though I felt like I liked it very much, and I don't want to leave this platform. Like so much, a lot of abundant information and wisdom is going on. Like sir used to conduct classes like almost every day. So like every day we had interaction with sir, and this like lot of, I felt like I need to take, my role is like I need to take a big vessel to collect the water from the ocean. That kind of information sir used to give, and that kind of knowledge, wisdom sir used to share. So, and me, Pallavi, Sindura, and we have our masters from that time. Still we got stick here because there's lot information. It's just like 1 hour a day, right? So the 1 hour we'll waste anyhow. By somehow we'll waste the time. If that 1 hour we put it here, we grow like anything spiritually. Our soul consciousness, even our soul knows like what is good and right? So it will not allow you to waste time in other things. Some energy kind of thing will be pulling, like we have to learn more. And like sir told, when you start sharing, you will be more responsible like in learning. So to tell somebody, we have that kind of responsibility, right? We learn more. So teaching and all, no, that skills definitely you will reach to higher levels. So, and that's the biggest seva. So no, all persons will not get chance. And even other programs, they don't give this kind of facility or this kind of opportunity to grow. So even to find a place to teach something spiritually, it's like a lot of struggle we have to do. But Mahavatar Foundation and Rangnath sir is giving you like very easy. It's just on tip of your hands, tip of your fingers. If you are willing, sir will give you an opportunity, and this is the kindest thing like sir is giving to us. Take an opportunity to learn more, and take an opportunity to teach as well and grow. So that's what we are like experiencing personally. So here we are learning as well as growing and sharing, and that's a lot that we are getting from the universe, and we are giving back to the universe. And thank you so much, sir, for giving this wonderful opportunity. Not only me, for many masters, and Mahavatar Foundation is creating masters, spiritual leaders. And
Yes.
that I can say thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay, Lokeshji, we'll close the session.
Sir, even after having a hectic day at work, spending 1 hour with the masters, gaining all the spiritual wisdom will be a great thing, sir, before you go to sleep. That's what I got.
Right. Okay. Okay, friends. Thank you so much. Dhanyavad. Subharat. Thank you. We'll meet again tomorrow. Okay? Right.
Thank you, masters, and thank you, the universe. Thank you to the masters who are attended. Don't miss the class tomorrow. We'll be having holistic lifestyle techniques tomorrow. Thank you.